The PWHL is going coast to coast. Seattle and Vancouver will expand the league to 8 teams in the 2025-26 season. So, how does this whole thing work? We got you. Let's chat about the PWHL expansion roster building process. The process consists of 4 phases, crafted to ensure competitive balance across the league. Phase 1, protection. Phase 2, exclusive signing window. Phase 3, expansion draft. And Phase 4, entry draft. Let's break it down. On June 3rd, the 6 inaugural PWHL teams will protect 3 players of any position on their current roster. Players eligible to be protected must either be under contract for the 2025-26 season or beyond, or have their playing rights held by a team through the 2025-26 season. These protected players will be unavailable for expansion teams to acquire throughout the entire expansion process. Bonus! Once 2 players from a team are selected by an expansion franchise, that team can then protect a 4th player. Got it? Okay, great. So, following protection, we then move into the exclusive signing window. Seattle and Vancouver will have an exclusive opportunity to sign up to 5 players from June 4th until June 8th. Remember when the league first started and each inaugural 6 teams signed 3 players before the first ever draft? Basically the same thing. Unprotected players will be able to sign a contract with only Seattle or Vancouver during this window. Now you're probably wondering, what about a player whose contract expires ahead of next season? Are they eligible? Well, they're not eligible during the expansion draft, but they can sign with an expansion team during that exclusive signing window. Now, on to the expansion draft. Here's how eligibility works for the expansion draft. The following players are eligible to be selected: unprotected players under contract, or unprotected players whose rights are held through next season. The expansion draft will feature Seattle and Vancouver selecting a minimum of 7 players per team. The goal is for each team to have 12 players. Now, if one team enters the draft with less players signed than the other, that team will get additional selections to make it to 12. By the end of the expansion roster building process, exactly 4 players from each of the inaugural 6 teams will have moved to either Seattle or Vancouver. Once the initial expansion roster building process is complete, all 8 teams will then head to the PWHL entry draft, where they can further build out their rosters with new talent. But wait, there's more. Just kidding. Now you too are an expert in the expansion roster building process. Follow along throughout the month of June as we build our new teams and head out west.